23-3 at the half on Troy. Right now, they're currently down 31-26.
You say Arkansas State?
Yeah.
Who's that coach?
They were up 23-3 at the half. Now they're down 31-26.
Who's that coach again?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Tennessee's
The
favorite.
Fighting Butch Joneses.
Yeah.
Tennessee's
It's
favorite
saying you're
son.
live, Brendan. It's saying you're live, but it won't let me click on it.
All right.
To close out and come back.
I'm trying. Hold on. All right, I'm live. It let me join it.
Michigan State, 4th and 5 on the Michigan 16, down 7.
Touchdown A&M, but there is a flag.
I'm telling you, this game, it might get out of hand. And LSU, I mean, what we were watching earlier, LSU had receivers were wide open. Adjustments have definitely been made, and it's probably not for the better on LSU's part. Although he has missed some wide open plays. But again, that's how the games go. All right, I apologize to everybody. Like I said, that was my fault. Please forgive me. Anyway.
Illegal blindside block, and it's coming back.
All right.
So what do you do right here if you're Michigan State? 2 minutes to go. You're down 7 on the Michigan 16, 4th and 5. You have 3 timeouts left.
Down 7, 4th and 5.
Punt because Michigan's offense isn't very good. I'll just,
Oh no, you're on the Michigan 16.
Oh, you're on
Where's
Michigan
the
16?
field goal?
Oh.
But do you go for it? Try to score your touchdown here. You take this field goal. Figure I got 3 timeouts. I can stop them, and then your touchdown is to win it.
I think I'm going.
Yeah, I think that I'd try to go. You don't know if you'll get back in that position or not.
Yeah, they went for it and didn't get it.
Oh well, they stink. Okay, all right, moving on.
They do have 3 timeouts still, so they could still have a possession here. But
all right, so where we left off, we are getting into the games for tonight. So we're going to talk about what we know, and we'll let the rest of it play out, and then we'll just start talking about some things. So Florida State at Miami. Riddle, lead the way. Go ahead. You've been giving us updates.
Well, that one just went final. Florida State did score a touchdown right there with like about 30 seconds left. But it was still a cover for Miami. It was 36-14 was the final. I'll give you Cam Ward's stats real quick. 22 of 35 for 208. No touchdowns passing. Only 7 carries for -4 yards, so he didn't have any rushing stats. But he did have 1 reception for 7 yards and a touchdown. He did get in the end zone. But yeah, big win for Miami. They ran the ball 40 times for 230 yards and 3 touchdowns on Free Shoes University that Jordan likes to call them.
Oh, Free Shoes.
That's now Norvell with 7 L's. So
Norvell with 7 L's. Jordan, with that, we'll give it to you.
He'll get double digits when the year is over.
Double digits, baby. All right, Jordan. So let's not talk about that then. Let's talk about what does that mean for the program if he gets double digits.
I mean, where do you go if you're the program? Who do you reach out to?
Joey Freshwater?
Does he want that dumpster fire?
I probably not. That's probably a team he doesn't leave for.
I mean, I'm looking through the team stats right here. I mean, Florida State 11 for 32 passing. 11 for 30. I'd go out there and complete 15 passes myself, running screen. I mean, good Lord. Third down, 3 for 13. Florida State in this game went for it 7 times on 4th down.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounded like they took it. It sounded like he took that guy from the high school coach from Arkansas that used to run a high school offense that never punted. I think that's Norvell's finally fell down to trying anything.
Just want to cut in real quick.
Yeah.
Tony's looking awful somber over there, and I was just checking on his game.
And
Kansas scored. Kansas just scored to cut the lead to 23-20, and Kansas State is a 9.5 point favorite in the Biscuit League on that one. So,
yeah. So Dalton said he likes his biscuit with butter on it.
Dalton's not winning shit.
He said he wants that monster biscuit that's now.
No,
All right.
Dalton's not winning either, but
Yeah. If he passes Tony, I think Tony needs to buy him a biscuit.
Tony is getting the honor of training him right now. So
Oh. So he's learning from the massa. All right.
Well,
All right.
if Tony would listen a little bit, he'd had better picks this week.
Yeah. Tony, you got anything to say about Free Shoes U?
No. I
I mean,
don't.
there's no defense, so, Lord.
Yeah, I mean, Cam Ward is making his way. Cam Ward is making his way up the Heisman list, like we talked about. All right. Okay. We're gonna move on now. This is the game people want to talk about because this is no longer a game. Penn State at Wisconsin. Riddle. It's going on live, but I think you can go ahead and just spill the beans. I think it's over.
it's 28-13 with 2:31 left. Penn State's put up 14 in this quarter, and Wisconsin has not scored, but they do have the ball. They're on their own 36, but it's 3rd and 10. I mean, it's do or die now. You got to have a quick score, 2-point conversion, and get the onside kick. It's not a very high probability in that one, so it looks like Penn State is going to
one
win.
more time at least.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They've already
Probably.
secured the cover.
Yeah, they got the cover, Jordan. So they may phone it in.
It don't matter. I'm telling you, James Franklin's a dickhead.
All right, Jordan. Anything else on the Penn State Wisconsin game?
No, I mean, kind of what I mean. I didn't think Wisconsin would hang around this long. It'd been a position they was, but pretty much kind of what I thought would happen. Penn State take it over late. Wisconsin's in that transitional period, from Barry Alvarez ball to trying to play some Luke Fickle ball now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, Tony, what you got?
You really think that Penn State's going to score another one? With 2 minutes to go, and Wisconsin's got the ball.
I mean, Wisconsin turns it over out here. If I don't go for it, don't make it.
Touchdown! Texas A&M.
I swear, the reason I know this, and the reason I know
The
that
freshman.
number is,
Yep.
I watched the dude over there throwing it to end the game against West Virginia one year, up like 16.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
they
I-
already had
And I just want to say that I can smell the corn dog batter from here. I can smell the corn dog batter from here, boys. Texas A&M. I mean, just they got LSU shook. So, anyway, all right. I don't have anything to say on Penn State, Wisconsin. I think like when Alabama exposes Wisconsin, that means they're probably not good, especially this Alabama team. So, with that said, Penn State should have won this game, and all the Penn State fans should be absolutely just completely dismayed with themselves because this game shouldn't have been close. I mean, especially if you want to be a top 5 team. So, with that said, it's Big Ten football. Like you said, it's Snorefest all the time. Could literally fall asleep watching those games. So we'll move on to the next step. This one that we're watching right now, LSU at Texas A&M. It's still going on. Still very much a game. We're getting to that point of the night where we still have some games that have some meaning and they're still playing. But we are getting to the fourth quarter now. So, Riddle, we'll start with you. This is not how I saw it playing out. What do you think?
Well, I picked LSU in this game, but Wednesday I said that, this freshman, Marcel Reed, we would see him in this game, and then he finally got in the game, and he's kind of taken it over since he's come in. He's got 6 carries for 48 yards and 3 touchdowns since he's entered the game.
Yeah.
And it's an 11-point game. 14 minutes left. There's still a lot of time, but LSU's rattled. Nussmeier's thrown 2 picks now that have turned into points for A&M and have totally swung this game. So I'm not going to say it's a do-or-die drive yet for LSU, but they definitely need to calm down and put some points up right here.
Jordan, I'm going to make it a little more challenging for you. Forget the easy questions. At what point do they quit trying to go to Wegman and they put Marcel Reed in and call it a day?
I mean, you're there.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been there. Probably should have been like that game 1. I mean, well, maybe not against Notre Dame for his first career start as a freshman, but at least after game 2. But I mean, Wegman, we've known what Wegman has been for a long time. I mean, he's not very good. He's a game manager, and he's not really a great one at that. I'm looking over the game stats right here. Just as I said, LSU has zero interest in running the ball. Tonight they have 17 carries for 26 yards.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will have to say, though, that the two receivers I highlighted Wednesday are having big nights.
They
Oh,
are.
boy.
They
I
are.
mean, outside of the two picks, Nussmeier done pretty well what we thought he was going to do. He's through for right at 300 yards.
Three quarters.
Yeah, through 3 quarters. I mean,
Yeah.
fourth is just now starting, but I mean, at this point, you got to wonder, does LSU have another stop in them?
It's not looking good right now. I mean,
No,
they
they're
just showed
reaching.
Yeah, they had an overhead camera view. Oh, that was a dangerous pass too.
I mean, he's rattled, dude.
He's panicking now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed an overhead camera view from the top of the stadium there, and the camera was just sitting there swaying. That place is rocking right
There's
now.
the stat right there of the game right there. Nussmeier, 39 passing yards in the second half.
He's 3 of 13 passing with 2 picks.
Yeah. There is the stat. Okay. Well, Tony, you're up for this game. I know right now it's 28-17.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, I had A&M winning this, and I said LSU had to sell out to stop the run. They haven't done that, and like Jordan said, LSU just loves to pass the ball. That's not a very good recipe. If you're just going to pass the ball, you're not going to control the game. They probably should have tried to play somewhat of a Texas A&M style game. Run the ball, keep it close. I mean, this shit of passing almost 40 times in a game when it was close, right? So whenever they were up and when the game was still closer, I know that they're only down by 11 still, but it feels like a lot because they haven't done anything in this half. But if they would have just tried to have some success on the ground, I mean, it could be a 1-score game right now, and they could be leading the game.
Hey, Brandon, we can't hear anything with what's going on behind you right now.
But
Stop!
but yeah, LSU hasn't stopped the run like they should have, and they couldn't. Almost everyone that's touched the ball for A&M is averaging over 6 yards a carry. So besides Wegman, who's no longer.
Score break, touchdown, Kansas.
Oh my Lord, Tony's buying a biscuit.
I was just watching it, and they're about to punt. What the fuck?
Tony said, "What the?" Oh man,
All I can tell you is that Jalen Daniels just ran 8 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, I just seen that, but I was literally, as I was talking, they were about to punt the fucking ball. They're about to fucking punt.
I don't know.
Also, Travis Hunter has a touchdown reception, and Colorado's up 7-0 on Cincinnati.
Fuck.
There we go.
I got that game on now. Auburn is up 24-10 on Kentucky right now.
That's crazy.
Maybe that game's not winnable for Vandy. Who knows? I mean, Auburn, you just never know who's going to show up each week.
A way late hit there on that receiver. Right?
All right. Anyway, we're gonna have to wrap it up. We got kids just going nuts back here. Anyway, I apologize.
That time Tony was talking, I was sitting here like trying to listen to Tony.
Ooh. All right. Riddle's behind. All right.
Double clutch, going deep. Oh yeah, that's
All right.
That's what they had to have.
So we're going to lead into the next game. We're still watching this game, guys. We'll keep everybody up to date on the score. We're going into the Tony Biscuit game. Kansas up 27-23 that we just talked about to go in the fourth quarter. With that said, Tony, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I'm a champ, so like I said, champs got to lose every now and then. But just by watching this, Kansas State. They had a costly turnover. It was 23-20. They fumbled the ball. Kansas picked it up. Should have punted. I don't know what happened as I was talking because they were literally getting in punt formation. So I don't know what happened there. But anyway, it is what it is. Champs even lose sometimes. So
Yeah. Jordan, anything on that?
I mean, I'm just kind of hitting through. I mean, this game stat wise is incredibly balanced.
Yeah.
Tonight so far, Kansas is 7 for 9 on third downs. You're going to have a hard time beating anybody if you can't get them off the field.
Yeah.
I mean, total yards, it's 356 for Kansas, 385 for K-State. I mean, it's 180 to 185 on passing, 176 to 200 on rushing. I mean, this game may come down to whoever has the ball last.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But Tony needs the spread, right?
Yeah, Tony's probably in trouble. I mean, if you need 2 possession win here, I mean, you probably ain't going to see it.
Yeah, it needs 10.
All right.
Michigan just went final. They did pull that one off. So.
All right, this may not be a touchdown, Riddle.
You think he was short?
His knee might have been down.
Well, in the Kentucky game, Kentucky was
close.
threatening. Kentucky was on like the 2, and they threw an interception in the end zone. So now Auburn has it with about 4.5 minutes left.
I just want to say, I don't know what's going on in Wisconsin right now, but this game had 2 minutes left 30 minutes ago, and there's still 1:10 left on the clock.
I can't fathom it either. I don't know. And they're driving too, so I don't even know.
This makes no sense because this current drive is 14 plays, 60 yards.
Yeah.
There's no way you ran 14 running plays in 2 minutes.
Breaking news, Tony. Go ahead.
I wonder if it's going to be what I saw.
They're already at the 30 of Kansas, and
oh yeah, they are.
It's still doable.
It's still doable. It's still doable.
My man told me that's hope over there. He don't want to go to Hardee's in the morning.
He don't want to go to Hardee's.
No, actually, I got coupons for days, so I don't give a shit. I'll get my biscuit too, but I won't get one free.
He's short, Riddle. He's short.
No motherfucker's gonna get one over on me.
Yeah.
No motherfucker's gonna get one over me. I'm by
that
myself.
angle right there is so close, though. I mean, you have enough to
Nobody
overturn it.
get one over on me.
I don't know. All right, so last game, like I said, I know we've all been kind of talking about them, and they're still going. So, guys, we're gonna keep everybody updated on that. Brody, please stop. Stop. Anyway, sorry. The SMU Duke game, like I said, we got the SMU Duke game. We got that game going on. It's 21-13 and going to the fourth. SMU's winning. So, any comments on that? We'll just turn it over to the panel.
4th and 4 right now for SMU too on their own 42, so they're liable to. I'm assuming they're going to punt it back to Duke once this fourth quarter starts. I'm very surprised by the score in this one, especially with all the remarks we've made about them being the biggest fraud 6-1 team in the nation. But
well, I mean, this SMU team might be a little gassed. I mean, they were just in Palo Alto last week to play Stanford. Now they're on the other coast in Raleigh for Duke. I mean, there'll be a little jet lag and fatigue affecting them.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, they should still beat Duke by 30, but I mean,
it's third and goal. LSU is like on the 1.5 yard line. They line up in the old power. Oh, he's in. Now I don't know. They may have stopped him. Oh, there's a flag.
Which is it?
He had the momentum, but like they stuffed him. They marked it short. There's a flag down.
It's a terrible spot.
Yeah, I thought he got close. I mean, he's got to be on the like 1 hairline.
I can tell you the difference right now in this Duke game. Difference is
offsides on the defense. Offsides on the defense. That's huge. Oh my God. It's atrocious. It's atrocious.
I will say this though for LSU. God almighty.
It's atrocious.
I will say this for LSU though, with how rocking that stadium was and how loud that stadium was, this is exactly what they needed, was to come down quickly and score.
There he is, touchdown. He got it in that time.
He's in that time.
Yeah. All right, it's a game, guys.
Almost 450 yards of offense, only 21 points.
Yeah, Tony.
They got 3 turnovers.
They must be. They must be mill rowing it. They must be on the boat mill rowing it.
Almost lost, one interception. They're trying to get up there.
Yeah,
with, Navy.
that's SMU. That's the difference. SMU's had 2 fumbles and 1 pick, and Duke has not turned the ball over. That's the difference in that.
You
game
can't say
now.
he didn't get that touchdown.
Well, not the difference. That's why that game is remotely close, though.
Yeah. All right, so I've been waiting all night. To tell you a few things, a few interesting tidbits of information. Bama fan here.
Camera working, Brandon?
Is it working? Yeah.
Okay.
Can y'all? Okay. All right. All right.
I couldn't see you. I just make sure.
All
It's
right.
on.
So I'm going to start with a couple of things. I'll try to get a couple pointers. Then we're going to talk about next week's games and we'll sign off. But what I want to talk about is people are getting on to me saying, oh, man, okay, I still believe in the team. I'm not saying we might as well just cut out the whole playoff crap. We can make the playoffs, but if we actually think we're going there and doing something with the team we've got, that's going to be a very, very hard sell for me, and someone's going to have to prove that to me. The team's got to prove it. I ain't seen it yet. But we're not giving up on the program as a whole. Like I said, I think there's still opportunity, and I think Kalen DeBoer still has a chance. So I want to throw out a coach that took over what I would consider a relatively decent team and struggled his first year in the SEC. He had losses at Ole Miss, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, and Florida his first season as head coach in 2016. And then he ended up losing to Georgia Tech, and that would be all hail Kirby Smart. Not saying it's identical situations. Not saying that. I would just admit Mark Richt did have talent in Georgia, and just trying to make, I guess, lemonade out of lemons here. In the aspect that I thought that was an interesting. So that was the tidbit was that the last coach to lose their opening games against Tennessee and Vanderbilt was Kirby Smart. And if I can be in any kind of company with Kirby Smart, I'll just consider that a win. So, I mean, just take it for what it's worth. But I thought that was interesting.
Mad about that play call that year against Vandy.
I mean, I guess what I'm saying is it happens to even what are now considered to be the best of coaches. Let's just say that it happens to even what now are considered the best coaches. So.
It'll probably happen more with
yeah,
not on a great level, but I mean, it's going to be kind of like, for forever, a 16 to ever beat a 1 seed, and now it's happened twice?
Yeah,
in about a 4-year window. I mean, with the NIL, the transfer, you're going to see talent more spread out.
Yeah,
I think
so too.
I mean, obviously, your top teams that have money are going to stay top teams because you got to have money to be good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you're going to see some of these teams like Vanderbilt with the Diego Pavia that is sitting at New Mexico State and nobody's watching, but the kid's got heart.
Yeah, he's Rudy. All right,
no,
all right,
it's not.
Hell,
he's likable.
All right. Oh man, come on.
Diego.
All right. Anyway, Tony, what just happened? Tony, what just happened?
From Kansas State on the Kansas 9, they had to settle for a field goal.
He had
27-23.
This is solid gold, man.
Let's
so
just hope
the
Kansas
fucking
State
tight
can
end,
win.
stay on your feet, you stupid fuck. That's a fucking touchdown.
I can't even.
And he trips over himself. Wow.
I can't even.
Well,
All right.
Tell you won't have a cliffhanger tonight. He'll know exactly how Tony feels.
All right. So now I've been in suspense, leaving y'all in suspense all day. I'm ready to tell you the record that Alabama holds that may never be broken. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? College football record for the record books may never get broken. It will stand the test of time like Barry Sanders and all those before him. And it's still an active streak, by the way. This is still an active streak. All right. Alabama currently holds the record for most consecutive road losses where teams storm the field at 9. At 9, guys. The record is 9, and it's still ongoing. So Tennessee's storming of the field last week maintained the record. Here are the dates: 2024 Tennessee, 2024 Vanderbilt, 2022 LSU in overtime, 2022 Tennessee, 2021 Texas A&M, 2019 Auburn, 2017 Auburn, 2014 Ole Miss, and 2013 Auburn, which was the kick six. So it started with a kick six. It ended with Tennessee. LSU, you know, who knows what happens 2 weeks from now, but I don't know if anyone will ever break that record. I just thought it was interesting. Like I said, you got to make lemonade out of lemons. I didn't even know that was a record. I didn't even know. I've never heard of such a thing, but apparently this is true. The last 9 road losses, people have stormed the field. Oh, that's huge. Oh my God. Anyway,
Got him.
Yeah,
Oh
that-
my.
that's the tidbit. So before we log off, we're going to go into next week's game. So Alabama is on a bye week. They need it. They're dying. They're desperate. We got to get healed up. We got to try to get back in our heads, get right. So go ahead, Riddle. Next week's game, go.
All right, so you want me to go through all of them real quick?
No, I want you to go. I want you to go with yeah.
My game or
Yeah, go with your game. Go with Georgia, and then we got to do our wrap up where we're standing in the standings, and then we'll go from there.
Well, we get the world's largest outdoor cocktail party next week in Jacksonville.
Yeah, bourbon will be flowing.
I could
Don't
say
forget the
4-3. Yeah, 4-3, 2-2 Florida team. I try not to be overly excited anytime we play because I lived through the Richt era. But anyway, I don't think Lagway does very much in this game, and I don't think Florida does very much in this game, and I think Georgia rolls pretty comfortably. And maybe, just maybe, I can enjoy watching a full football game and not be pissed off.
Okay. All right. All right. Tony, Jordan, y'all have the daunting task of Kentucky. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the daunting task that is Kentucky?
Used to be for the beer barrel.
Oh well.
Yeah, now Kentucky.
Yeah.
That might be a rivalry you start with Georgia with their DUI record. I mean, trophy. Might not win anytime soon, but
All right, Jordan, go ahead. What's your thoughts? Just kind of preview it.
It's probably going to be. I'm like Jeff. This should probably be a stress-free week for us. Brock Vandagriff is. We now see why he never got opportunity at Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
The guy is not good. Our defense should feast against Brock Vandagriff. I'm not sure that Kentucky scores. They definitely don't get double digits.
Okay. That's a big prediction.
As long as Nico takes care of the ball, I mean, because don't get me wrong, Kentucky can cause him some problems in the secondary, especially some things that he's still learning how to recognize.
Touchdown. Brian Kelly's soul just looked like it left his body.
That's Le'Veon Moss.
Yeah, he just completely ran over him. I mean, it was.
But I think this Tennessee Kentucky game will look a lot like the Tennessee Kentucky game. What was it? 3 years ago when they said we had to throw Will Levis's game film out because that wasn't him. You got to just ignore that game. It was like 44-6. That's probably what you're going to see this week.
Yeah, 2 years ago home.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Mel Kiper said you had to throw the game footage out because that wasn't the real Will Levis. And Titans fans will tell you right now that's the same Will Levis they saw last night. It's playing for their pro team now.
We got to quit listening to the helmet head because that dude's an idiot. I mean, that guy's a moron. I mean, when you pick like 350 freaking draft picks, I guess you're bound to get a couple right. But at the same time, see you, Kias. See you, man. Thank you for hanging out with us today. I'm just gonna say, freaking Levis sucks, and we knew he sucked in college. Everybody on this panel knew he sucked. Everybody knew he sucked. And oh well, I heard people last year going, "Yeah, Levis is it, man." Nobody on this panel, but heard people say it, and he ain't it. He sucks, like we thought. Anyway, Tony, your opinion next week.
Well, run the ball, continue playing good defense, and I would still like to see Nico hit a couple throws. That result in touchdowns. I other than that, I'm not really worried about Kentucky, like Jordan said. I don't expect much from Kentucky. I know they'll come in. I'm sure they'll come in hype. First few series, because that's what teams seem to do against Tennessee. Hell, Tennessee might come in and Dylan Sampson, he might just decide he wants to fumble the ball again on first drive while we're going for a touchdown. Just
3 consecutive games.
Hey, that's his prerogative. Okay.
Apparently. so we need to clean that up too.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that. Have a good drive, first open drive, get that touchdown out of the way, and then just keep rolling. And I don't expect defense to let down much against Kentucky's vaunted offense here. So it's going to be in Neyland. I'm not going to worry about it because it's in Neyland.
All right.
And I know the fans are going to be there, and Wildcats are going to they'll melt under pressure.
All right.
And that's about it.
All right. Riddle.
Play D, run the damn ball.
Riddle, give us
a score update.
Go
real
ahead.
Quick. Duke just scored and got the 2-point conversion. It is now tied at 21 with 9 minutes to go.
Wow. Did anybody pick SMU? Did anybody pick Duke in that game?
No.
Okay. Okay. So
Also, Kansas
that's a push.
Is still up 1. Kansas is still up 1 on Kansas State with 11:36 to go in that one, and nobody picked Kansas.
Okay, so
Kansas State's driving right now.
So
That's
those
a-
games are irrelevant then.
that's a wash. Let's assume that Texas A&M holds on. They've got a huge lead, and I don't see them coming. I don't see LSU looks shook. I think we all can agree they look rattled. Where are we at with the standings this week?
If these games hold the way they are, Chris will go 14-1 and win the week.
Oh my God, Chris, you some bitch! Didn't even show up.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry, he'll have 3 losses if Kansas State and SMU, but those 2 washed out.
yeah.
But
He wins the week.
yeah, he has A&M. Jordan will miss the last 3 games if they hold the way they are. So Chris will have 3 losses. Jordan will have 4. Brandon, you'll have 5. I'll have 5, and Tony will have 4.
Riddle, how the mighty have fallen.
If these games hold.
How the mighty have fallen. I do not understand.
I still think there's still enough time left.
There
for
is,
SMU and
but-
Kansas State to win both of theirs.
But I think they could win. But the push, I'm not worried about the push. The LSU game, as you know, they don't have an answer for Reed. They don't have an answer for Reed.
They don't, not right now.
Kansas State.
It's crazy.
Kansas State has been having their way running this ball all game, and they come out and try to throw the ball on 3 consecutive downs. These fucking jackasses. All they had to do was run the ball because Kansas
This is
hasn't
solid
stopped
gold, boys.
them. Kansas hasn't stopped them all fucking night running the ball. And
Tony,
they
it's-
come out and try to throw it. Like, what are
It's
y'all
almost
fucking
like
doing?
they haven't stopped them all fucking night.
By the way,
Crazy.
Auburn is in the victory formation. They're going to win 24-10 at Kentucky.
Ooh. All right. Well, there's the fighting blow asses.
Mark Stoops gone.
It's Stoops.
Mark Stoops is gone.
Kia said Chris better be here next week or he'll have to slap a motherfucker. He said he doesn't slap one person tonight. He don't want to have to slap the other guy. I don't know. He didn't say that. All right. He did say he wants Chris here next time because we need that. But anybody got any? Oh yeah, LSU shook. He just took a big sack. He's shook, dude. This is toast.
Well, that tackle was no resistance for that end.
Yeah, that was. I mean, in LSU's O-line, we talked about LSU's O-line. They have not given up many sacks on the year, and they just. Listen. Alabama is not a good team, but they can play. They can play with this team, and especially if they don't have a damn running game. I mean,
No.
this one-dimensional
Here's,
shit, it won't fly.
We were talking about our picks.
Yeah.
Just for context right now, we know where these games that are going on stand at the moment. Tony's only missed 2 to this point. I've missed 2. Brandon, you've missed 2. Jordan, you've missed 1. And Chris has missed 1. Chris's only miss was the Navy game. Jordan's was the UCF. Brandon, you missed Syracuse and UNLV.
Yeah.
I missed UNLV and Navy, and Tony's missed UNLV and Navy. So it's been another solid week from everybody.
Cameron McKinney said, "You're right. Bama is a great team." Oh my God. Okay. All right. Yeah, Bama is a great team. Connor, I do think there is a great team looming somewhere deep inside their soul. They haven't found it yet, and maybe they'll bring it out one day, and it will no longer be a myth like the Great Unicorn. Anyway, with that said, has anybody got anything else? Closing comments before we sign off? We can still hang out and chat, but before we sign off, we're going to answer questions and stuff. We're going to hang out. We're just going to end the podcast portion of the night. Anybody got any follow-ups?
I'm done watching football. I just cut the cake.
Sounds like Tony stole just like his body too.
Yeah.
I don't get two shits.
Okay.
Hey, I do like Tony's line of the night. When I said he had to stop by Hardee's, he said, "Man, he's got coupons for days. Jeff, y'all ain't getting one over on him.
Not getting
He's
one
coming out as cheaply as possible."
Oh, I think Chris said
You ain't gonna hurt his soul.
he just threw a pick. Nuss threw a pick. That's game.
Oh,
That's
hell,
pretty much
ball game.
That's
ball game.
in there.
Yeah, that dude. I mean, Bama's got a shot. We were all sitting here thinking LSU was a cat's ass. Maybe USC told us something. Beginning of the year.
I had A&M.
I know you did.
What this has done is
I know you did.
much gave A&M a
free pass
shot to the SEC
to Texas. They got, Tennessee's still in that. Georgia's still in it.
Even with that one, they'll only have one loss. Even if they lose that one, they have one loss.
Yeah, but what's the tiebreaker? It'll be who's ranked the highest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is that the tiebreaker for the SEC?
I don't know. I don't know what the new. I mean, usually that's what it's been, but there's no divisions now, so you can't look at divisions.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on how it plays out. You could have Texas and A&M. Texas plays at College Station on Thanksgiving Saturday or Thanksgiving Friday.
Yeah.
You could have them the very next week in Atlanta, the same game. Depending on how things play out.
It depends on how it plays out, Jordan. I'm just saying Tennessee is still very much in it. Georgia is still very much in it. And it's not over. And I know y'all will play, but it's not over yet. It's not over. I mean, it's very much real.
There's a lot of football left to play.
And I mean
okay. With tonight's loss,
LSU's got one.
LSU falls into like a 7-way tie for second place in the SEC with one loss.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to sort out still.
Yeah, there is.
I'll pull that up real quick. We'll cover that real quick. A&M will go to 5-0. LSU will go to 3-1. Georgia's 4-1. Texas is 3-1. Tennessee's 3-1. Then you got Alabama and Arkansas at 3-2. Missouri, Ole Miss, and Vanderbilt, and Florida at 2-2. South Carolina at 2-3. Oklahoma, Auburn at 1-4. Kentucky 1-5, and Mississippi State 0-5.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, and so you look at it this way: A&M's going to remain undefeated. LSU's going to have a loss. Then Georgia and Tennessee both have one loss, but they still have to play each other. So that's going to be a de facto elimination game.
Yeah.
And then A&M and Texas still have to play. So I mean, I guess if Texas beats A&M, there's a very possible route that Texas and A&M then turn around and play again the very next week. So
dude's about to score again. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude, this game's about to be a blowout.
Getting out of hand.
It's about to be a blowout.
they've done
Well, for those that picked Texas A&M, congratulations, because I thought LSU would give them more than this, but they didn't.
The route is on.
Yeah.
Give them all they want till the freshmen come in.
Yeah, the freshman, he's the difference maker. Riddle called that. So with that said, we're going to end the podcast portion. Thank you, everybody, for watching Lock, Loaded, and Goated on Saturday night. We'll be back on Wednesday to cover next week's games and to have a big discussion about all the things going on in college football. We appreciate you. This will be put up tomorrow on podcast. You can find it at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music. We appreciate everyone for being here. If you haven't, please go ahead and like, follow, and subscribe, and we will see everyone next week.
See you.
Take care, guys.
All right, and that's it. Like I said, Chris said A&M's going to win this seat. Like I said, we're still live. I just wanted a clear cutoff for the. And the reason I said it'll be up tomorrow is because I'm going to go ahead and I got to edit out me yelling at the damn kids and everything like that. So.
Hell, you have to listen to mine. There was one point I hollered at mine too earlier.
Yeah, man. There's nothing I can't just tell them not to exist.
Oh, yeah, no, you can ask this part of it.
You know how it is.
The only reason I mentioned it, the only reason I even mentioned it earlier is because it got so loud through your mic that I couldn't even hear Tony talking when he was talking. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Brody was having at it back there, whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. And
He was
usually,
giving it 110%.
usually it does a good
Hang on
job
a
of
second.
filtering them out. Go ahead.
Got a final, not football related. This is World
Uh-oh.
Series.
Greatest team.
Dodgers 4, Yankees 2.
Ooh.
Baseball
Final.
season's over with. Baseball
Dodgers
season's over
up.
with.
Dodgers up 2-0 in the World
He said
Series.
it's been over with.
Baseball season's been over with.
Oh
Doyers.
man.
The Doyers.
And okay, so just quick. Well, now the podcast is over and everything. Duke is driving. They are third
They're
and
on
7
the
at
SMU
24. Yeah, they're driving. Oh, these games, I mean, it's crazy. It's been a crazy weekend. Hey, LSU finally stopped Reed.
First time tonight.
I know.
First time.
Literally the first time they actually stayed home.
First time for everything.
This right here, I want y'all to know, man, games like this is why Brian Kelly left Notre Dame. Games like this right here. He got so tired of being mediocre and oh man. He's
Mommy bumped.
Kia said, what was with the PP touching team celebration? I'm not the PP touching expert. Tony Pardo's the PP toucher. Yeah.
All you have to look up.
All
All
right.
you have to look up is go to TikTok and put in Dodgers home run celebration, and then I think it's like 3 or 4 down. It'll be Kiki Hernandez, and it'll say something like, "Well, that's interesting," and you'll see all you need to see.
I don't think Kias has TikTok, but just Kiki.
You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah,
X, you can
any of
find
them.
it anywhere you
Any
need.
of them. I haven't looked it up.
Yeah, I thought on Facebook.
I don't want that on my search history, so I ain't even looking. I want nothing about no PP touching on my damn search history. So, no. Oh man, that's been a crazy day of college football, boys. I don't know.
I mean, it has and it hadn't. I mean, that's a lot of things that you really expected to play a certain way, played a certain way.
No, but I mean, two
There's been
people.
a few wild surprises. I mean, I think SMU Duke, that's a big surprise. But
Well, like Chris and Tony called the Texas A&M, so no big shock there. But I really did think I thought LSU would at least play him closer than this. But
It was close
surprise,
for a long time.
Yeah, for a long time. Chris said A&M will win the SEC. I mean, it's going to be an interesting finish. It's going to be a photo finish. And then
I mean,
if you
the way
think
they run
about
the
this,
ball,
and then you think about this, like let's just say for instance, Texas wins, right? Texas wins. I don't know. They beat A&M and then Georgia, whatever. I mean, then you play in the SEC title game and you get another loss. Like, is A&M out now? They out of the playoffs with 3 losses? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, at that point, probably. Because the team's sitting right about, let's say Georgia misses it somehow. Let's say Texas A&M somehow get in, whatever. But Georgia's sitting there with 2 SEC losses, 2 losses total. Texas A&M gets their 3rd loss, losing to Texas 2 weeks in a row. I mean, they're out. 3 losses, you ain't getting the playoffs. I don't care. I mean, not unless there's total chaos. Not unless there's total chaos. It could happen, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. It's going to be like the Army situation. All this shit's going to be crazy at the end.
what do you think will be the best seed to have in the playoff?
5.
We discussed this one already. Like 5 is the seed to have. 5 is the seed to have. Whoever's
That's what Notre Dame's hoping for.
Whoever's sitting at 5, I mean, you got to be licking your damn lips.
I mean, you're playing whoever the group of 4 or group of 6, whatever champion advances. You get that game at home. It's kind of a get right game. I mean,
yeah.
Then you'll play 4,
which is going to be
play the worst of the buys.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to play the worst. The worst. It could be your Big 12. Yeah.
Texas Tech or down, not Kansas State, but
BYU probably. We talked about that earlier. So
And I mean,
if it ended right now, you'd get Boise State at home, then you would get BYU, and then you would get whoever the 1 seed is. So
and
that's in the semifinal at that point.
and I don't think any of those teams like the Georgias, Tennessees. I don't think anyone is scared of BYU. I think they're going to go line up toe to toe. I don't know. I just the 5 seeds where it's at, boys. The 5 seeds where it's at.
What, Oregon in the semifinals? I mean, chances are you're going to play Oregon anyway. So.
Yeah.
And I hate
LSU just did get a stop, so it's 4th down, and Kelly has burned at least 2 timeouts.
So Ladrell just came in. Is LSU out of the playoff picture with the loss tonight? Where do you think they'll be ranked? I don't think they're out of the playoff picture. Not yet.
It'll all come down to the Alabama game. That'll be an elimination game.
If they sit there and they go and they perform and they like just beat the crap out of Alabama, it's possible. I mean, they have to win out. I mean, I guess I just said you're not going to get in with 3 losses. I don't believe that. So you're going to have to win out.
They're probably going to take a hit in the rankings this next week. I mean, because this is your second loss. Your first one was to a USC team that's not that good.
No.
I mean, and the way this is playing out, you're taking a beating right here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could see them dropping down to around 20.
Yeah. Let's see what this field goal.
Depending on what the rest of the 25
why not miss that field goal?
I think it's a penalty for jumping over him. They may get the first down picked up. I don't know.
You know, I've seen people jump over the line at least
I have
7 times this year.
I have too.
Not been called.
I have too. I've seen it like so many times, and they're like, "You can't do that."
I think you can jump over, but if you make contact with an offensive lineman, is where the penalty comes.
Someone showed it on TikTok earlier, and the rule is very clear. It says no one other than the running back is allowed to jump over anybody in the rule book. College football. It was on TikTok. No one is allowed. There is no exceptions except the running back. It literally says except the running back. But it's like, I mean, I'm assuming receiver, ball carrier is what I assume it meant.
Oh yeah, probably
ball carrier. But I've like Riddle said, I've seen it a bunch of times and not been called.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's one of those calls they call it every once in a while. They don't. Brian Kelly.
Maybe it's the NFL where like you can't get you can't touch like the offensive lineman like trying to get a boost off of him to get over.
Yeah. Because
I know one of the leagues had something where like you can't like touch, you can't like the backer can't come running up and like grab his shoulder pads like try and time the snap and just hurdle over. So
well, like I remember Jonathan Allen one year for Alabama, he jumped over the center and made the tackle on the running back. Like he dove over him like Superman dive and made the tackle. But is it okay if you're going for a tackle? I don't know. But anyway.
Kansas State 4th and 12 at the Kansas 42, 4:31 remaining, still down 1.
Dang.
Duke, who is tied right now, is at the SMU 39, 1st and 10, 3:42 remaining.
It says Kevin Jennings pass intercepted for no gain. Yeah, I keep forgetting Malik Murphy. I keep forgetting Malik Murphy's at Duke. I always forget about him. He had promise. I'm not saying he was Arch Manning, but he had promise. I don't know. It's going to be like I said. Kia said, Riddle, I wish I could unsee that. Apparently he Googled it, so he wishes he could unsee the pee-pee touching.
I'm telling you, man. Tony had a point. That was like when I first saw it. That was the night it happened. I was like, the fuck was that? Like, who does that? It's kind of like accepted, you know. You give somebody a good game.
Dude, oh my God, Nuss about threw another one. Oh my God, this dude, he might have a case of the Milrose. That'd be good.
Ghost out there.
I mean, it might be great for us because I mean, if I got 2 Milroses, they cancel each other out.
I do want to give y'all this little stat real quick because we did mention him briefly earlier. Colorado is up 14-7 right now on Cincinnati,
Mhm.
but Shador Sanders has started 10 of 10 for 116 yards and a touchdown, and also has one rushing touchdown.
And I don't want anyone to think that I don't think the kid's talented. I think he's talented. Do I think he can play an NFL quarterback? Yeah, I think he can. I just said I don't think he's a first round pick, but I mean, they're going to pick him because he's really all that's out there. I mean, I know there's a few options, but bottom point is it's like a very poor quarterback draft, like Jordan alluded to. I mean, would anybody really be excited if that guy was on our team in the NFL?
I guess some Titans fans would.
But maybe if he went to a program that had like somebody that was older and was going to get behind him and learn a little bit, I could see him being a real benefit to the team.
Yeah. I think, well, just from reading some very special Titans fans posts and stuff.
Special Titans. I like how you churched that up.
They act like he is going to be Superman.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's just from what I've seen, these ultra special Titans fans.
the only thing I'll say about the kid is, like I told you before, he brings a lot of excitement from the aspect of who he brings with him on the sidelines.
Yeah.
But that don't win NFL games. Oh, Nussmeier just sacked. This dude. Woo! God dang.
He kind of reminds me of.
Oh God.
He kind of reminds me of Deshaun Watson whenever he was in Houston, like in his better years.
Yeah.
Not Deshaun Watson of the last 3 years where he's been injured and just sucks when he does play.
Why did Kansas call a timeout when they've got the ball with 4 minutes left?
All right. So
maybe they're trying to help me out. I don't know.
They're trying to help Tony all they can.
Trying to help me out.
Duke had it on the 38 and just punted it from the SMU 38.
Didn't even
Punted
try
it in the
field
end
goal?
zone. Nope. So 2:40 left. SMU is getting the ball back on their own 20.
Wow. No balls.
Yeah.
No nuts. No glory.
No balls. Nah, well, man, I tell you.
Remind me, I've got to send y'all a video later. I
Uh-oh.
saw on TikTok randomly today.
Oh,
Third
hang on.
down.
Kansas
State's got the ball.
Jalen Daniels just took off running and got hit and fumbled, and K-State recovered.
Wow.
I don't think Tony cares
problem
anymore
is-
because I don't think he can cover.
It's a 9.5
I don't
point
care.
spread. So,
I don't care.
Yeah, he can't cover.
I don't give a fuck.
but for the sake of our podcast picks, though,
Yeah. I mean, we'd be
give a fuck.
looking a lot better.
I don't care.
He said, "I don't care."
It should have been a
blew down
win
into my
in
cup
this
and shot
league
water
and
all
a
over me.
cover. But they go full blown special education on me. So
Oh my gosh.
they're dead to me.
Yeah, they're dead. They will
I'm
never
not
come
gonna
back.
I'm not going to have a nice word for Kansas State ever again. I gave them some dap talking about they're pretty decent in the trenches and run the ball. But you know what? Fuck them. They're not it.
So yeah, Kia said Ben will have to get to the quarterback in order to rattle him like A&M is doing. Do you think we can? That's debatable. LSU's O-line is not terrible, so I know this game they don't look great, but they're not terrible. Their receivers are very good on the outside, and our DBs are unfortunately not. It's actually sad to know that A&M's DB transferred from Alabama, so he could have been starting for us, but he transferred when Saban left. So with that said, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I think A&M's just a better team than we are right now. So to say that we can do what A&M's doing would be, I'd be lying to you. But the way that Texas A&M is dominating LSU, can we get a win? Two totally different things. Can we get a win? I don't know. It's at home in Death Valley. It's going to be very tough. It looks better than what I thought. I'll say that. It looks better than what I thought. That doesn't mean we're going to get the win. That doesn't mean that.
Kansas State on the move.
I hope somehow Kansas State covers this game so Tony can say Tony can say they're dead to me and
They're dead to me. Stop. They've already spilled that pot of chili. Okay.
Pot of chili. Pot of chili sounds good, boys.
Family recipe.
They screwed up royally when they
All right.
fumbled, and then they wanted to start throwing the ball. I don't understand it. That's stupid.
Here's the bad thing
Butter.
is here's the
Not
bad
yet. I'm
thing.
about to.
Tony's literally down to Kansas State's going to have to score a touchdown, and then Kansas is going to try to have to throw the ball, and K-State's going to have to pick it off and return it for a touchdown. That's the only way they get a cover in this game. Because even if Kansas State scores a touchdown and then adds a field goal afterwards, it's still a half-point loss.
Yeah. No, I mean, oh man. I'm just trying to watch.
Cincinnati just tied up the Colorado game.
Okay, so it's 4th and 15. LSU's obviously going for it. This reminds me of something. Maybe they'll run a dumbass screen pass. 4th and a mile. I'll throw it 5 yards. The old Tannehill way. He's sacked. Oh no. Oh my God. Wow.
Pressure. Oh, he's running for his life. Oh God, he floated it, and that's the ball game.
Yeah. He definitely took a damn beating today, guys. I ain't gonna lie. He took a beating. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Redbeard done quit all of a sudden. Oh, but he said you got quiet all of a sudden. Redbeard done got quiet. He said you done got quiet.
Yeah,
He just-
he must have tuned in or something.
No, that's Keys. He been here the whole time. He just said
I was saying something a minute ago, and then we got off on
I know.
And I forgot what I was even going.
you ain't got that loud, boisterous, thundering voice today. But no, it was a good thing.
Hey man, no Tennessee game. I was able to kick back,
Yeah.
let it rest for a week.
So give me. I'm gonna have to edit all this out. So I'm gonna edit all this out. We'll get it posted tomorrow. Texas A&M just wrapped it up there in the victory formation. So,
Yep.
Anyway, guys. All right. Well, we're gonna be back on Wednesday. Like I said, we'll be back on Wednesday, and we'll do it all over again.
Anybody know what time it is? 10:30. Yeah.
All right, boys.
About an hour in Hawaii kicks off on CBS Sports Network.
Yeah.
Just real quick, for next week, this is what y'all guys got to look ahead to. Me and Brandon kind of talked about it the other day. The only top 25 matchups as they stand is Pittsburgh at SMU, Ohio State, Penn State, and that's it. Those are the two top 25 matchups for next week.
Gracious.
There'll be a couple good conference games somewhere.
So everybody submit a game, and we'll just all vote on who we. Thank you for the follow.
If Duke ends up winning this game tonight, I don't think SMU's ranked, and then there's only one ranked matchup, unless Duke gets into the rankings, and then Duke plays at Miami next week.
So I'm gonna throw out a suggestion, and this is me just trying to see. I say if there's no ranked games and we don't have our 3, we just go to our teams and we just go in depth on our teams and talk about those. It just keeps it simple. Unless you
plays at Army.
unless you've got something. But does anybody think that game's close? Air Force is like 1-7, right?
Absolutely not. They're 1-6. Army's gonna win by 50.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, unless somebody throws out a better game, like Jordan, there may be a hidden gem in there. Riddle, you might find something, but it's like, if not, I'd rather hear your breakdown of your team, because obviously your team is going to be you're going to have a lot more information to give, and like I want to hear Tony break down this Kentucky team, because I mean Kentucky's coming with a vengeance.
What vengeance? What vengeance are you talking about?
Oh man, thank you, dude.
Can I go ahead and submit my game for next week right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hidden gem right here, absolutely. Minnesota going to Illinois.
Oh man, that's the game. That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Tony's one.
That's no for me, dog.
Tony,
Actually,
you're a resident expert.
on a more serious, funny note, okay, stay with me here. Massachusetts 2-6 travels to Mississippi State 1-7.
Mississippi State's gonna beat them by 1 million.
$5 million.
UMass is that's a bad team. That's a bad team. That's a
Yeah,
bad team.
Mizzou beat them. Mizzou shut them out. Like, what was that score? Like about
It wasn't.
It was.
It should have been.
No, but it was still ugly, and we all.
Yeah.
So I give everyone on the panel credit. Everyone said Missouri was ass. I give everyone credit for that. It's still. I'm still proud of Alabama for shutting them out. I think it's big time to shut out an SEC team, especially with this defense we got. But maybe we're turning the tide. Pun intended. Tony, just be careful. Just be careful on your way to work, Tony. Make sure you don't get mauled by a wildcat.
No,
It's Wildcat Week.
yeah, I'm scared. There's only one Wildcat guy back in Banbury, and I never see him unless he's filling in for Troy. So,
Oh my God, which one?
Missouri beat UMass 45-3.
That's a win right there.
45-3.
45-3.
Oh, we got 8 seconds left in the SMU Duke game. I need to go back to that one.
And Duke is got in field goal range. They're in field goal range.
Yeah, they're at the SMU 13.
Hey, I don't want to alarm anybody. K-State has took the lead.
Yes, they have. They just kicked a field goal to go up 29-27.
Wow, SMU fumbled it.
Oh man.
No.
Because I knew they were like, if SMU had the ball off the 35.
I just
Yeah.
don't understand. I don't understand how
They fumbled it, and Duke returned the fumble 21 yards.
Ha ha.
Where we're at now.
Haha said Arkansas put it on Mississippi State. Goodness. Oh man, yeah. I mean,
I don't understand.
nobody doubted Arkansas. Hey man, they're quietly having a very good year. One of the SEC premier wins, they beat Tennessee. One of the premier wins in the SEC. I think, what are they, 5-2?
Arkansas,
Hang on, I'll tell you.
One loss in conference?
5-3. 2 losses in the SEC.
3.
Okay, I missed the loss then, but yeah, I see it now. It's on the screen.
Yeah, they lost to Oklahoma State in that overtime game, and then they lost to A&M.
Ah,
I gotta go, fellas.